guys? It's an exciting day. Yeah, it's my first day here getting to ride with the new exhaust on the bike. I decided to go with the SC Project CRT slip-on exhaust. It's not a full system. There's a reason behind that, and we'll get to that. But I put it on a few days ago, and I'm excited to just get out and ride and see what it does. The first thing I can say is it's exceptionally brutal. I have a Kawasaki Ninja ZX14R, and it has a Brock's Pentacarbon full exhaust system on it, and it is loud itself, but it isn't as protruding. I would say. I say it's more smooth, but this thing is lights out. Pitched up there high with the volume. I get it. It's a 3-cylinder engine. It's a middleweight, and the smaller bikes, they have a whine at the top. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think it's obnoxious. It's just, it's just up there. I will say that it's welcome. In that sense, especially for me, I'm a rider where I like to hear what the engine's doing, the throttle feedback, and sometimes bikes are too smooth, with the clutch give and other elements, like this bike, which I believe so far, this is my second time riding it since I got it. I believe this bike is really smooth, so figuring out, the clutch give points and feedback and whatnot, it's a little bit strange. I'm only saying that coming off of, Ninjas, which I've been around and riding my whole life, so they're a little bit more lively. I know people say this bike is lively, but I would honestly say riding the second day that this bike is smoother. Not that it doesn't move and it doesn't push forward, but it's a smooth feel all the way across the board. My Ninja, I feel like, especially with the 14, I feel like that's more of a thrill. Like when you get on that thing, you feel like, let's go, and you're in race mode like immediately. So it's definitely different, but it definitely, I can't really say at this point that it feels too lively yet. Performance-wise, there's a lot of restrictions on this bike, and I'm waiting to get those off and see what happens. But yeah, I do plan on removing the servo and the exhaust and get rid of that stupid thing. I have a Hilltech ESE, which is an eliminator. It basically tricks it's a plug-in, and it tricks your motorcycle into thinking that the computer of the motorcycle. It tricks the brain and makes it think that the servo is in play, which closes a valve in your exhaust system between your link pipe and your headers, and its primary purpose is, for most people say it's for noise emissions, but it's probably for pollution emissions and whatnot, which is ridiculous because motorcycles really don't have that ability to pump that amount of gas out. They're too small. But the other thing is an F1 light will come on when you start switching things, because your ECU is tuned and calibrated towards what type of exhaust system you have. So you would put that in, and that plug-in, it just tricks the bike to thinking that everything is okay, and it doesn't come on, doesn't put your bike in limp mode, and you're able to go and get rid of that piece of junk. So that's definitely planned. So this gas station here, this is the second time I come here riding with the bike, and this is the second time. When I just pulled in, you didn't see it, but there was a sheriff, and the gas pump wasn't working to take my card, so I had to go inside and pay. When I'm coming back out of the store, the sheriff is walking around my bike. I still don't have registered plates on my bike. It's just there's no plate there. The dealership never gave me one. Apparently, I have temporary registration. I did get the bike registered, so technically I'm okay to ride around, temporarily. But every time I hop on it, I want to go out. I do feel really nervous, but I was thinking to myself like, oh shit, what am I gonna say to this guy? But when I walked up to him, he was actually really, really cool. He just was like walking around and he was just actually admiring. He was, curious of what type of bike it was. I explained to him it was an MV Agusta and it's Italian. And he's like, yeah, this thing is amazing. He's like, I've never seen a motorcycle like this before. And I just thought about it and I was like, you probably saw it, but I don't have a plate on it, but it's brand new. So, I'm waiting to get plates and whatnot, and it didn't come with one. And it is insured and everything. Just saw a quad, I guess in northern New Mexico. I'm still new here, still learning the environment. But yeah, they ride quads everywhere. So that's kind of cool. As you can see, it's pretty rural. But back to the cop, yeah, he was like, yeah, if you can just show me information real quick. He's like, I don't really have an issue. And I showed him my insurance and everything and my paperwork, and he was like, oh no, man, you go ahead and do your thing. He's like, honestly, you got a camera on, you got gear, you look like you're fit to ride, and you have the necessary equipment to go. He's like, I wouldn't be looking for someone like you. I'd be looking for somebody that looks suspect, and so it definitely made me feel better about the situation. He rides Harleys and he has a ADV, and we talked for a couple minutes and then I was on my way. But I definitely appreciate the laid back vibe, because I was like, I really don't want a ticket, a fix-it ticket, or any of that stuff. So it went accordingly. But yeah, on the way back over to Abiquiu again, just taking miles on the bike. I'm still breaking in the Pirelli Diablo Corsa 3s that are on the bike. So there's a lot of stuff to break in. Still trying to put miles and get past this torture stage, which is the break-in period. Like I said, some people they don't even care about that, and they just ride it however they want to ride it, and that's fine. But a $20,000 plus dollar bike, you might want to take a little bit of care and do it the right way, make sure everything's running, especially if it's a rare bike with rare service and parts and things in your areas and things like that. So hopefully KTM help me out. If you don't know, KTM is actually partnered with MV, and they're supposed to service each other's motorcycles, which is cool for me, because if that's the case, then I'll have a dealership more than like 25 minutes away from me. So I'm looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to going back to when I was talking about the exhaust system. The CRT is a slip-on, and just to get that out of the way, when you put a slip-on on a motorcycle, you do not have to get it flashed or tuned or any of that, because you're not eliminating the cat and the headers, and so your bike is still operating as it was calibrated or tuned to do so. So you're not necessarily messing up anything internally. Now, but if you remove the headers, you now that's changing the whole ball game. So obviously I like full systems. So, and with this bike, because it's rare, I'm going to have to buy a headers separate, which kind of sucks. I found two manufacturers that actually make some really cool hand welded titanium welded headers, and yeah, so I'm looking at about almost $3,000 for a damn exhaust system, which is nuts. But it's really on how far you want to take it. This particular bike, because they're rare, they don't have many aftermarket parts like the other big four, or Ducati and Aprilia, things like that. They don't get the systems and whatnot that come put together, which is what I'm used to. But no biggie, we're gonna take care of that, and eventually, and it'll get going. I do plan on doing a lot of different mods, subtle things. On my Ninja ZX14R, I went all in, so it's fully customized. There's not one of them that looks like mine. I guarantee you that. Performance-wise and aesthetically, I pretty much went top level on everything. I do plan on doing certain parts on this bike like that, but I want to keep as much Italian rich themed as I can without destroying that or tarnishing that in any way. I think this is definitely a special bike, so I want to try and preserve that. But I do my theme is for Darth Vader. That's one of my favorite fictional characters of all time, and so that's my theme. So you'll probably start seeing a lot of black and red, gray, dark gray elements when I come on the bike, over time, which I'm looking really forward to it. Now that I put the exhaust on, I can see the full canvas of what I want to do. I had an idea already, but now I'm excited to put the rest of it together. Definitely looking forward to getting some more other aftermarket performance upgrades. I am going to get a sprint filter for this bike and throw it in there. I didn't do it yet because I wanted to research. Sometimes with the more expensive bikes, they obviously put the more expensive parts in. So if there's already one in there, then I don't need to buy one. So I'm unsure of that, but I do plan on getting one of those. I've already went over the headers. I might just leave the chain alone, but I was thinking of getting a lighter chain. Maybe some ceramic wheel bearings, for the wheels. I was gonna get spoke wheels, like on the MV Dragster. I love that look, but this might be a better sticking with the alloys. It might be a better deal, especially for a ride like this. So, yeah, it's definitely gonna be a fun project. Looking forward to taking me to more rides and exploring it. I'm taking my time with it. Some people hop on bikes and they just run up the miles, like, in a month, they're at like 10,000 miles, and they're like, yeah, I already got 10,000 miles. Like, okay, so like that's half the lifespan in like 2 days. Not half the lifespan, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't try and kill the bike as soon as I get a bike. I actually try and the rides I want to take, I take, and when I do take those rides, I just try and enjoy it and take it in as such. But I'm not in a rush to kill it mileage wise or destroy it. I don't care about wheelies, stuff like that. I just like riding motorcycles for what they are. I definitely plan on doing a little bit more practicing because this is such a smaller bike, and I haven't been on a smaller bike probably since maybe like 2008. Or 2022, and I'm just now hopping back on a smaller bike. I've upgraded from a 600 to 1,000, and then I went straight to the 14, and I've been on that for like almost the last 10 years now. So, it's definitely a shocker and something really different, but I'm looking forward to, I'm learning on it and honing my skills more. Not to be a racer, because that's everybody's idea of riding, which I don't understand either. Like I said, I enjoy the ride. I enjoy looking at nature, the landscape, what's going on around me. I don't just get on a bike to just fly by everything and then you're just back at home. So yeah, this experience is definitely going to be pretty cool. Definitely excited. I'm not excited to pay for the parts because everything is like $200, but that's nothing new. That comes with the territory, and it is what it is. But thank you guys for checking in with me. I'll probably be doing some more of these these videos. We'll see how it goes, but thanks for rocking with the boy. I'll catch you guys in another one. Be safe, ride safe, keep the rubber down.
Yep.